I zoom it in somehow. Oh, do you see my Pygmalion poster? Is that too close? That's like I didn't zoom it in at all. And then I do this, and then I do this. Yeah. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fun. Jambu. Da da da. 지워버려. 모두 da da da. 지워버려. 저리 da da da. 지워버려. 새겨진 기억들 모두 다 erase me now. Oh my god, what is going on? Why are we yelling? Why are we screaming? Playing Fortnite. Nice. Nice. 전부 다 지워버려. 전부 다 태워버려. 저리 다 지워버려. 새겨진 기억들 모두 다 erase me now. I scream, you scream, we all scream from a rent. Yeah, I'm back. It hasn't been that long. It's only been like 4 days. Also, I figured I should go live today, even though not to say. All right, I love sitting here. I love yapping. And I love yapping with all you. But there is a thing or two that I want to be doing right now. But I figured I should at least stream for a bit. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be busy tomorrow and on Saturday. And I don't know how I'm going to feel on Sunday. So this is really the only time that I have to sit here and yap with the team. So that's why I have arrived. I have arrived at our regularly scheduled time. What is lighting? Oh, that didn't do much. Pity stream. No. Not pity stream because I enjoy, obviously I enjoy conversation. Okay, I enjoy our conversations. I let me be honest. Let me be entirely honest. I started a new K-drama yesterday, and I think it's so cute and I think it's so adorable, and I really want to watch the next episode because it got kind of juicy at the end. And it was just the first episode. It got a little juicy, so like I want to watch the second one immediately. But I was like, I also want to stream, so I'm gonna do it after this. And if I'm tired tomorrow, that's tomorrow's problem. That is tomorrow's problem. I was gonna add him, he left. No. I will say I think I'm a little too confident, um, thinking that I might not work tomorrow. Like I keep thinking that I'm like not going to work tomorrow. Even though like as of right now, like we're still going to work and everything's going to be like open as normal. Um, but it's snowing right now. And it was like snowing earlier, but it was warm. So the snow would like hit the ground and it would melt immediately, but it's supposed to get cold tonight. So like all of the roads could ice over. Just wouldn't be great, right? To drive in the morning. But we're not going to know if the roads are going to get bad or anything until tomorrow morning, I think. So for like some reason I keep thinking, I'm like, no, 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 I don't think we're gonna go to work tomorrow because the roads are gonna be bad. We all have to drive from like pretty far away to get to work anyways, and we're the only ones like gonna be there. So like we could just say we don't want to go to work tomorrow. But nobody said anything yet. So like as far as I know, we're still going to work, but I just feel like we're not going to. And I think that's why I'm acting like this. I'm like, I can do an hour stream, and then I can watch my K drama for an hour, and then I can go to bed, and then tomorrow I get to sleep in or something. I don't know. I was playing with the guy and I didn't add him quick enough. No. Watch party when? Quit right now, then you're off forever. Can you imagine? I would love to just have like a continuous stream of income without doing anything. I would love if like money could just fall from the sky. That would just be amazing and awesome. But I really like my Bungie profile. It's adorable. Oh, cute. I work tomorrow and all the ice is melted for good, but people said it was going to snow Saturday. It might. It's supposed to snow here. It's snowing right now and it's supposed to snow tomorrow as well. Uh, that's also why I think we might not work tomorrow. But I think I'm like, I have all of my eggs in one basket. I need to like kind of prepare to actually go to work tomorrow if I have to. So, anyways, all that to say, I started a new K drama and I'm going to watch it after this. Even if I go to bed late and even if I'm tired tomorrow. That is a tomorrow me problem. Not my problem right now. I feel like I had more to yap about. Now I just don't remember. What is it called? I watched too many. Oh, but you might surprise me if I haven't watched it. This one's actually new. I think it came out like 2 months ago. It had to have come out 2 months ago. Because the show is done airing like on Netflix, but it still says new episode. So I think the last episodes like just came out. It's called Idol Eye. Like idol and then the letter I. Um I think it's just so adorable. It's like it's so even the first episode, it was the cutest thing ever. It's about this girl. I'll just give you like the synopsis. Okay, this is what it says in the description of the K drama. Your beautiful things. It's about this girl who I won't spoil it because I only started the first episode. So like I don't know much either. But it's about this girl who's a lawyer. She has to be in her like late 20s or something. Like she's a pretty established lawyer. She's a really good lawyer. Matter of fact, everyone knows her to be like this really just exceptional lawyer. Um, but she's a really, really big fan of this idol group, and specifically a member in the idol group. She's like a huge fan. She's kind of like this. She's got all these posters on her wall. She's got photo cards. She goes to all the events. Like she's a big fan, but she's a lawyer at the same time. Um, and again, this says this in the description, so it's not a spoiler, but she's like such a good lawyer, and her it's like still kind of crazy and like fantasy-ish. Her favorite like member, the one that she's like a huge fan of, ends up getting accused of murder, and so she becomes his lawyer. Like her favorite her favorite idol, she ends up becoming his lawyer. And that's as far as I got as well. Like I finished the first episode, so I don't know much either. But I just think it's so cute that like the character plot for the main character is that she's old. Not she's not old. She's an adult. She's definitely an adult, like has an adult job, does adult things. But she's also still a really, really big fan of this idol. I'm like, that's me. Why is that me? I like totally get her. It's so cute though. I think it's so cute. But I can't wait to watch the second episode because the first episode ended like he had just gotten accused of murder. And so she like barges into the police station, she sees him sitting there, and she's like, because you know that's her favorite idol, and you're like accused of murdering someone. That's crazy. That is so crazy. But I keep seeing like spoilers about it on Instagram and stuff. That's kind of why I wanted to watch it too. It just gets really cute. It's really cute. Um, yeah. Anyway, so I started that. Oh my god. Did anyone watch Heated Rivalry? Did anyone watch Heated Rivalry or no? Rivalry. I can't say rivalry. Anyone watch that? Think I heard of that drama? Yeah, it like just came out. It has Soo Young from Girls' Generation. I wanted to watch The Heavenly Idol. Wait! Didn't I watch that or no? Hold on. I feel like... Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't. Ah, no, I didn't. Maybe I wanted to, though. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Some of the boys in my class were talking about it. They were gonna watch it together. The boys in the class are gonna watch Heated Rivalry together. I don't think... I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's a TV show that you really want to be watching with other people unless you're like pretty comfortable with said people. Like I think I would have watched Heated Rivalry with like my close friends. But anyone else I don't think I would have watched. I would have preferred to watch it by myself. Hi, hello. That sound in my ears full of the keyboard. I know, I love this keyboard. This keyboard is like my favorite. Hold on. Let me just pull up a random thing and I can give you some. This keyboard. Doesn't it sound beautiful? So when I ordered this keyboard, I didn't know it was gonna make that sound. I just wanted a nice keyboard. But then it came in the mail, and as soon as I started typing on it, I was like, I can't believe this. It was just so amazing and so I love this keyboard. I've only heard about it from the memes, but I'd watch it with my bestie. And that's what I'm saying. I think it depends on how comfortable you are with like intimate scenes, but like pretty intimate scenes. That's why I'm saying like I don't think I would not watch it with my family. I don't even think I would watch it with my sister. Like my close friend, like that's what I think I would have with my close friends, just because I think that they would all be lighthearted about it. But it's just there's a lot of intimacy, like a lot. But it's still good. I think it's cute. I do think it's really cute and really adorable. I like any dramas that have Lee Dong-wook or Song Kang. I've seen one with Song Kang. Lee Dong-wook I've seen like a lot back in the day when I first started watching K-dramas because he was in a lot of them. My favorite is Goblin. I love the way he does the is he called the Grim Reaper in there? He like has that like role. My new Songhwa poster is side-eyeing me so hard right now. Oh my god. As he should. I heard that Song Kang was gonna make a new music drama this year. I watched a few episodes of Goblin. I love Goblin. I should rewatch it. I just remember I absolutely loved it when I watched it the first time, but I watched it when it was coming out, like as it was airing, and that was like in 2016. That's crazy. Another drama I really like around that time was Strong Woman To Bong Soon. I think that's such a cute drama. I think I've also watched it like 2 or 3 times. I should watch it again. That love story, out of all the love stories I've seen in K-dramas, that one's like one of my favorites. There's another one that I think is really cute too. Who is it? It's like Bo Young is in it. Park Bo Young. I'd almost want to say Doom at Your Service, but I don't know. I can't remember if I actually really liked that couple or if I just liked the story. I have a list. I have a list of K-dramas I've watched and I haven't updated it in like 5 years. Let me go find it. Where'd it go? I'll find it so I can look at it. Oh yeah, K-dramas watched. When was the last update? K-dramas watched as of 2021. I'm so behind on this. Okay. I stopped because there was an app that I watched dramas and they make the captions so small and I feel like I missed some plot. I just never finished it for Goblin. That's fair. That is fair. I'm gonna update this. K-dramas I've watched as of 2026 and try to remember the ones that I've seen. What did I watch after Daily Dose of Sunshine? I wish I could see my watch history on Netflix, but I can't. Hello, hi. There's some new dramas I want to watch. Can I name? Yeah. Is it gonna let me in? No. Shoot, now I don't remember. I need to put, okay, so I started watching Daily Dose of Sunshine, but I didn't like it. I'm actually really sad because I think Park Bo-young is one of my favorite actresses, so I try to watch a lot of dramas. Like almost all the dramas she's in, I like watch them because I just think she's really good at acting. She's able to always embody the character she's playing. And so all the dramas that she does, they're always really good. And so I tried to watch Daily Dose of Sunshine because she's in it, and it's definitely not the acting of the drama. I think it was the storyline. I didn't like the way that things were playing out and how we were getting there. It just kind of irked me. And so I couldn't finish it. I stopped watching. But I was really sad because it's Park Bo-young. She's my fave. They're all still airing, but it's 2026 dramas. Oh yeah, that's okay. Okay, wait. I watched something after Daily Dose of Sunshine though. Right? Because that was a long time ago. Okay, I'm actually kind of glad I made this list because I don't remember him. Like, I didn't remember that I watched a lot of these. I've watched a lot of, that's a lot of hours of my life. I should know. I look up K-dramas as of 2026. One is called No Tale to Tell. I was thinking it was similar to Tale of the Nine-Tailed Fox. I wanted to watch Tale of the Nine-Tailed Fox and I never did. The other one's called My Beloved Thief. Wait, I think I seen that. Well, no, I didn't see it, but I saw like the listing for it when I was scrolling through Netflix. Oh yeah, list of Korean dramas. I'm gonna go through all these. I'm gonna find out which ones I've seen. Oh my god, there's so many. Did I put Alchemy of Souls in here? Oh, of course I did. I need to rewatch Alchemy of Souls. I love that K-drama. I love that drama. It's so good. I should rewatch it. I need to rewatch it. It's new and I haven't seen it yet. And I got into historical K-dramas. Oh my god. I also really like historical K-dramas. Me as well. Bro said, what's the biggest you've seen in person? Mine. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Did I put... Oh, I tried to watch Andante and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Alright, hold on. I keep yawning, I'm so sorry. How about the ones that came out this year? How about... What's your limit to episodes? Because sometimes they're so long for Chinese dramas. I think my limit's 30. I think my limit's like 25. But also, I don't know. The longest K-drama I've ever watched, well, because I only watch K-dramas. I don't really watch anything else. The longest K-drama I watched was Reply 1988. And I think that's like 20 episodes. It's 20 episodes long, and each episode was an hour and a half to 2 hours long. So I think realistically, if the episodes are only an hour long, I could probably watch up to like 40 episodes and be fine. Because I watched all of Reply 1988. That's like 40 episodes if they were normal 1 hour length. But my favorite C drama is Love Crossed. That was my first drama from China that I watched and I loved it. Really? I don't think I've heard of that. I'm trying not to yawn. I'm also looking through here to see if I've seen anything. I think I gotta look at things that were like new. It's 2021. Oh. Okay, I'll start looking at the years. I start looking at the years. Oh my god. Wait. I know what I watched. I'm almost so embarrassed because I only remember this K-drama from the song that's on it. What is it called? What is it called? And okay, no, this is why it's embarrassing. There's a song on it, like an OST, that... How embarrassing. Oh, it's called Frankly Speaking. Oh my god. I'm so embarrassed. Soho and Lido did a OST for Frankly Speaking, and the song is called Freeze. But like, I listened to the song before I watched the K-drama. I watched the K-drama like fairly recently, but this song came out like a year ago because that's when the K-drama actually came out. So I've been listening to that song since it came out. But that's how I know, because the song is called Freeze, and so in my brain that this K-drama is also called Freeze. But that's not what it's called. It's more supposed to be like freeze tag. Like what they say in Korean is like it's freeze tag, but it's, you know, like when you play freeze tag, you tag them and you're like freeze. That's like what it is. I knew I was forgetting one. I knew it. That's 2024, right? I was trying to look it up. Yeah. Yeah, it came out in 2024. I think it came out early 2024. Because the OST came out like... Did it come out in like February or something? February or March? Maybe, or even April. I don't remember. Whatever. Okay, that might have been the only one I watched after. I could put, I don't know if I want to do that though. Like reality shows. Because I watched Singles Inferno. Not the new one. I didn't watch the new one. But I watched the one from last year. And then I watched, What is it actually called? I keep calling it the eternal solo. Like I call it eternal solo. Eternally single. Because that's how they say it in Korean. But what is it called? It's like a dating show. It's almost like Singles Inferno, but the other way. So like they find people that have never been in relationships in their life and then throw them all into like a resort type thing and see if they can like try to get together. Now, I think that's the problem. That I thought it was cute because dare I say I might have been in the same boat. But the problem is you put all these people who have never like dated or like had a serious relationship in their life and like throw them all in like a place and be like, here, go date each other. They're not gonna date each other. And that's sort of like what happened. There was one couple to come out of this whole show, and there was like 12 people on this whole show. So I'm like, I guess I get it, but it was cute. I think it was really cute to watch. Do you like Stray Kids? Kind of. I see news about Taeyong. He was doing a concert. My mind thinks he's in the military. Like, right? He released last year was my brain. Yeah, he just got out like a couple months ago. Hi. Hello. I'm trying to find K-dramas that I've watched. Did I put that one in there? Oh! Oh my god. Really? Really? I watched this one like a long time ago. Like a long time ago. I'm. Where am I gonna put it? I'll just put it right after this. This, I guess, is in no particular order. K-pop is crazy though. You're crazy though. Soda pop. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. My least favorite K-drama is Love Alarm. Why? What happened with what did Love Alarm do? You dyed your hair? I did. I actually dyed it like 2 months ago. Um, and I'm going to keep it this color for another like 4 months at least. I hate to say, um, I hate to say, I think, well, I think I've known this for a long time, but like I'm really starting to see it. I think that lighter hair looks better on me. Like it just enhances a lot more for me than dark hair. And I used to think I was doing like a good job at it because I used to have like really dark hair. Well, okay. Try to give you a small timeline. In 2021, I dyed my hair black. That's how I learned that I'm probably never going to have black hair ever again. It just doesn't look good on me. Black hair doesn't look good on me. Um, you're so pretty. Thanks. You remind me of the girl from the what? What does that mean? Um, anyway, realized that I probably should never have black hair ever again. And so I let it grow out a little bit. I let my like natural hair color grow in, but my natural hair color is like a dark brown. It's like pretty dark. And so in 2022, I went and got highlights in my hair. And I realized that having that highlight, like having those highlights, making my hair just a little lighter, really enhanced my look. It enhanced my look a lot. And so I was like, I think I need to have highlights in my hair at all times. But then I like something happened in my life where like I couldn't be doing crazy things with my hair, at least for a little bit. So I just dyed it all like my natural hair color, but it was still a little dark then too. Not as dark, but it was still pretty dark. Um, Rip black hair. But she's beautiful. You look like Lisa from Blackpink. It's probably just the bangs. Because the lead main girl fell for Song Kang, the male main lead, but he didn't like her and fell for a different girl. And I was just questioning the main purpose of this drama. I liked Love Alarm, but I think it's because of that storyline. Because most K dramas have the same storyline. They have a main lead, they have a second lead, they have a main female lead. The main female lead will like, obviously will end up with the main lead, but will like have this plot of maybe giving the second lead a chance but never does. Like that's just how they go. That's just how they are. But I liked Love Alarm because that didn't happen. It was like here's the main lead, here's the second lead, and that she dates the main lead first, then she goes and dates the second lead and ends up with him. Like that's never happened ever. K dramas don't do that. And I think that's why I liked it in this first aspect. That it kind of just changed up our normal view of a plot for a K drama. She asked for a cheeseburger. My wife's boyfriend, my wife's boyfriend told me that black hair is the darkest color hair you can have. Yeah, it's hard to get out black hair. Like if you dye your hair black, you kind of have to like, what's the word? Like it's hard to like lighten it. Like you kind of have to commit to black hair or let it grow out to where you can lighten it without doing crazy things. Um, can't wait for the concert. Oh, BTS. Anyways, so I dyed my hair back to a dark brown, and I had that I think for about a year. Over a year. I think I had it for over a year. Um, and then I had it all of 2023, and then 2024, I was like, I miss having highlights in my hair. I miss just having lighter hair, and so I went and got highlights again. I actually got a balayage, and it made my hair lighter. It looked really cute. Um, and I really liked it. I thought it was cute and adorable, but then it like grew out obviously because I didn't do anything to it. And then in 2025, like early 2025, I went and got it redone because I was going to Korea. I was going to Korea. And I was like I need to have the freshest hair when I go. So I got it redone, but she gave me more like highlights instead of a balayage this time. And I thought it looked cute, like it made my hair look lighter. I thought at the time that it looked really light, which is funny looking back. I remember I first got them, I was like, my hair looks so light. Now looking on photos and stuff, I'm like, it wasn't that light. Like it was still kind of dark. It was still kind of dark. Anyway, so then my hair grew out all of last year, but I keep like for the last like 3 or 4 years, I've been wanting to dye my hair blonde. But I have this fear that if I dye it the wrong shade of blonde, it's going to look really, really chopped. It's gonna look bad. And I was too scared to like take the risk of trying to dye my hair blonde and then trying to find the right shade. Um, for like so many years now. But last year, well, a couple months ago, because I'm like my hair's growing out. Like the highlights I got are growing out. I don't know if I want to go get them redone because I kind of want to have a lighter hair color. I want to do something different. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna commit to a lighter hair color, but maybe not blonde because I didn't want to bleach all my hair. What if my hair falls off? Like, I have so much hair, that would be crazy. So I didn't want to bleach it. And so the next best option that I could think of was just getting like a box dye that was like this color pretty much. It looked like this color on the box. I'm like, I'm gonna try this color. So I do this color, right? And I first dye it, I'm like, I don't know what I thought. I think to me it didn't look that light. Like it just looked light brown. And that's it. But it didn't feel like such a dramatic change. But everybody like noticed. They're like, "Oh my god, your hair is lighter." And then everyone was like, "I actually really like your hair." Like everyone kept making comments on it for like such a long time. Um and even like a month after I dyed it, one of my friends like looked at my hair and was like and she was like she's like, "I'm so glad that you dyed your hair like light brown." She's like, "That's such a good choice." And I was like, "Oh." Like, "Oh, okay." And even looking at photos and looking at like my past streams compared to when I had dark hair, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I think lighter hair just looks better on me in general. So, all of that to say, that I think I'm going to keep my lighter hair for like a while. It's just I don't know if I want to do something lighter than this when I get tired of it because I don't want to go like dark. I don't want to dye my hair darker because I know that doesn't look that good. It doesn't look as good as the light brown. But then what if I get too crazy and then I like make it blonde and then I become blonde, but I don't think I would look good blonde. Like luckily it's not something I need to think about right now. Okay, I get to keep this hair color for at least another 4 months. I could keep it for a year. You never know. Me and Rachel said that it'll make a good horror drama because I remember how someone unalived someone using the Love Alarm app. Oh yeah, at the beginning he like was killing women with the app. How romantic, yeah. My favorite Song Kang drama as of number one topic period, My Demon. Oh, I've never seen that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've only seen Song Kang in Love Alarm. Yeah. Blondie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if blonde would even look good on me or if that would just like not. I don't know. I can't tell. Blonde is just a really light brown. That's true. That is true. I've been having like thought, but see, also, I had this thought of like dyeing my hair like a light pink, or at least the ends of my hair like a light pink. But that feels, I like have to remember I'm getting kind of old. Is pink like just too, like, is doing that feel a little too immature? Watch My Demon and talk to me when you finished it. So good. It's my first drama I watched from him. Really? Maybe. Maybe I will. Oh, I was adding to my list. I didn't even put this one in there. Tololala. Tol. Ready to tell us your secret? I did tell my secret last time. I told it before. Okay. Alright, we continue the search for other K-dramas I've seen. I didn't see Entourage. I did see Extracurricular, but I think that's on my list. It's gotta be on my list. No, you didn't? I did. I said it in one of the streams. Well, I wasn't here. Well, that's just too bad. That's just too bad. Somebody was here, and they know my secret. And that somebody's actually in this chat, so I'll tell you that. I've seen Friendly Rivalry. Oh my god. You're right. Isn't that funny? I've seen Friendly Rivalry and Heated Rivalry. I can't. Rivalry. That's such a hard word to say. Rivalry. No, Friendly Rivalry was such a cute drama. It was crazy. It was cute. Black is just a dark brown, and red is a shade of brown. Go full gray. I'm sure I'll be full gray naturally at some point in my life, so I think I'll just wait until I get there. I think I do kind of sort of want to try red, like a burgundy, like that a burgundy red. The closest thing I think I can describe it as is like Jisoo's hair in As If It's Your Last. Well, hers was, no, that was purple. She had red hair one time, did she not? Rosé's hair in, am I making this up? Does she never have red hair? I thought she had red hair during doo-doo. No, Jisoo's hair in Kill This Love. That's what it was. Yeah, she has red hair there. Like that kind of red. I think that would look really nice. But I don't know if I could pull it off. Her secret is she wants to marry Soho. That's not a secret, though. I think everyone just knows that. Open secret, if you will. Open secret. Me and Soho are going to be married in this lifetime. I'm just kidding. I feel like sometimes I need to stop saying that because someone's gonna think I'm serious. I'm someone's gonna think I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my god. I feel like I've seen a little. No, I've seen. Not gonna happen. So's gonna fall in love with me. You wish. You wish Soho would fall in love with you. I love that hair color. I looked up Jisoo and Kill This Love You Look Good. Right? Doesn't that color look so good? I really want to try it. But I'm scared. I didn't. No, I put it in here. Her private life. I've seen that too. Let me see. Let me see. What it do? How it go? How it go? Wow. Seeing this list of K-dramas makes me realize I didn't really watch that much K-dramas. I was mostly in a R&B mood and random K-pop songs. You know what? Sometimes that's just the vibe. That's just the vibe. Ah. You know what I don't think I put in here? No, I should. Yeah, no, I put Squid Game. I didn't watch the third season though. Maybe that was the other thing I saw. If we were a movie, you'd be the right guy, and I'd be the best friend that you'd fall in love with. In the end, we'd be laughing, watching the sunset fade to black, showing it, sing that happy song. I don't know why I had this song stuck in my head all the time. I've been listening to a Stray Kids song called Do It. Oh, I've heard that a couple times. Anya Taylor-Joy is a cheeseburger girl. Oh, what? I didn't listen to EXO or ONEUS new songs yet. You have to listen to ONEUS. I just got done with homework, so of course you're live. You know what? You're better than me. I just neglected my homework. I decided I'm not going to do it. So I'm glad that one of us is staying on top of things. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. I do have to give you a bit of a heads up for ONEUS' song, though. I think Grenade is good. Okay, I've listened to it so many times now that I'm fully in. I'm there. I'm on the agenda. I think it's so good. But for the first listen of Grenade, I definitely think it could be a little underwhelming. I think it's something that just gets better with every listen. Like once you start to like notice the different things in the song, it becomes really good. But at first, I do think it's a little underwhelming. So I beg of you that you just give it a chance or two or three. I do have work tomorrow, 12 to 5 again. I'm still just low-key hoping that we don't have to work tomorrow. I'm hoping so bad we don't have to work tomorrow. I mean, realistically, I could stay home and just do work from home, but like I don't want to do that. If I have to work, I'd rather be at work doing work. I mean, there's 2 other assignments that are already late. I'm putting that off till tomorrow. Oh. Every time you say Grenade, I don't think of ONEUS. I think of Bruno Mars. I know. But see, once you listen to the ONEUS song, you'll think of ONEUS. Because the way they say Grenade in the song so many times that like you'll just start to think like, oh, it's Grenade by ONEUS, not by Bruno Mars. There was a random K-pop dance group compilation that popped up in my feed today. Made it through 80%. Half were girl groups. None of the songs stuck with me. I think if the songs were from like the newer girl groups, I do think that's how a lot of the girl groups sound. They sound a little underwhelming these days. Why wouldn't you have work? No work to do or weather? It's snowing right now. It's snowing. It started snowing earlier today, but it was kind of warm out. It was like 40 degrees. So the snow would like melt almost immediately as soon as it hit the ground, um, which made everything wet. But it's supposed to get cold tonight, like freezing temperatures. And so we all kind of just expect there's even like a no travel advisory around where we live because the roads could be icy. Um, and it's supposed to keep snowing tomorrow morning too. So like I don't know if they'll just say that we don't have to come in. That would be great. That would be awesome. Yeah, yeah, Grenade by Bruno Mars. I thought we were done with snow. I mean, I live in a place though where like it should be snowing like almost every week anyway. And so I like the snow. I do like the snow because I'm just used to having the snow in the winter. But it hasn't been snowing around here that much, and it's a little sad. For those Asian guys behind you, I'm glad you asked. This is One Us. I'm so glad I can put you on to K-pop boy group One Us. Don't look at this one. Oh, don't look at that. This is One Us. One Us. One Us. But people said it'll be more snow than ice this time. I would much rather have the snow. For my area. Oh, yeah, yeah. I want to do the ice out protest, but I'm coerced by the need for money. Also got a short notice, so not fair. I know. I know. That would be so. I don't. I don't want to say fun, but I just think it would be nice to be out there as well. Can you speak Korean? Um, just a little. Just a little bit. Work from home is nice, but it doesn't let me take snow days. Really? I think it's just there's not much I can do like at home work wise. Like there's only really like maybe one or two things I could do from home. But other than that, everything is like in store. Like I have to be there at the store to like be able to do anything like super productive. Do they sing in their language or English? They do both. They do both. A lot of their songs have a lot of English words mixed into it. Um, but I think a majority of the song is in Korean. I will say though, their new song Grenade, their new song Grenade is actually like 50% English. Why? I don't know. But they have a lot of English in that song. So, you understand more Korean than me, so I just think that you're fluent at this point. I mean, I think I could understand a lot more. I think I could be much further. I'm not, and I'm a little sad. I want to be fluent. It's cold. I got the sniffles. Oh my god. Oh my god, be careful. I'm still going through this list. Are you in Nebraska? No. No, but that's a good guess. Great guess. To be fair, I might say no for everything that you say. So, I guess we'll never know. She's in New Mexico. Yeah, exactly. You know me so well. Grenade, sure, but what about Love Me or Loser? You always sing that song. Bro said you always sing that song. I'm. It's true. It is so true. No, I think one of my favorite things, even though it like on the outside, I like. How do I say this? It's funny, but it's also like I can't believe that I'm so predictable like that. I think it's just funny when people like see certain things or like hear certain things or whatever and they automatically like associate it with me because I do it a lot. Like it's good because at least we know that I Love Me or Loser, right? But at the same time, it's like I didn't know I was singing it that much. so funny. I think I talked about this before, but I went shopping with my pal like a month and a half ago or something. And she saw this like cardigan that was like, it was like white and it has like brown bears on it. And she saw it and she pulled it up and she said, I think you would like this. Or no, I don't even think she said that. She just grabbed it, she held it up, and she just like looked at me. And I looked at her and I was like, oh, I was like, that is so cute. And she said, I knew you would like this. And I said, what do you mean? What do you mean you knew I would like this? She's like, it's just your vibe. She's like, first it's a cardigan, and the color is just your vibe. I was like, why are you reading me like that right now? Like, but then I thought, I'm like, do I really just give off all of that? And that she was like, this is so you. Like, oh, oh my God. I just thought it was Oklahoma this whole time, so I was gonna be surprised if you were that far north. You thought it was Oklahoma this whole time? You said Nebraska and said that far north? You're right. You're right. No, I feel like I said no. Have I ever said where I live? I just think, not that it's that big of a deal, but I just feel like I've said so many things about like where I live that if I said where I live, it would make sense. Like, you would, I don't know. I think it would just be easy to piece it all together if I just mentioned where all of this is. Every live I joined, you would always sing that song, so I guess that was your number one. It's actually my number two. That means I need to start singing Bing Bing more. Guy bet what? I gotta start singing Bing Bing. I can sing Bing Bing. 어느새 하늘을 붉게 물들고 오늘 너무 밤이 다가와 나를 비춰준 나 햇빛도 이젠 날 좀 물어버려 so It's not as cool as Love Me or Loser though. 뭐 말할 정도 Baby I'm in desert I'm in love Cause I don't freaking love you. You're cool not saying it. I'm just nosy. That's said enough to piece it together, but my memory is like, you know what? That's okay. No, I don't like try to say like landmarks or anything. But I do think it'd be easy if you just like had like these pieces and put it all together. You'd be like, I see. I see. Because I always talk about like how far away I am from Denver. And I feel like that's like a big, that would be like a big hint. But I also don't say in what direction. I could be in Colorado for all you know. My favorite Wanna song isn't X. X is my number two. But I don't think I mentioned my number one Wanna song. Is it Same Scent? Is it Luna? Is NSYNC and Backstreet Boys still the holy grail of boy bands, or do you think K-pop is better than those old groups? I mean, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys are old. I think they've lived their time. I think nobody thinks about them as the boy bands. They definitely like set the example for like what a boy band should be, because One Direction was pretty much just NSYNC but in a different era. And then we rolled into like BTS. But I still don't know how popular BTS is. I don't know if we're like looking at them like that. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I like being nosy because low-key I'd be bumping into streamers IRL but too shy to go public as a viewer. I honestly, I don't think anyone around where I live watches my streams. I'm almost convinced. Like not even in like a 100-mile vicinity, I don't think. Just because like my channel is geared towards like K-pop and One Us. And my first viewers of my live streams were like people that were already subscribed, which is kind of why like Laura, I miss her. Hope she's doing well. Like Laura is like my OG viewer. I'm she's such an OG. She was subscribed to my channel before I started doing live streams. I did my first live stream. She was my very first viewer, and she was probably the only viewer for such a long time. And then Marlene came in. And then it was just like all of us hanging out. And it was just like, and then I would like promote the live streams on like my Twitter to like my other K-pop friends. And so it was really just like the other K-pop fans, until I started like, you know, the algorithm sometimes it brings up my live to like people who are just scrolling. And now all of you are here. And now we're in like a different kind of like, what's the word? Like we started out over here and now we're just somewhere entirely different, but like I don't mind. But I think because of that, because I don't promote myself to like anyone locally, I don't think anyone knows that I stream like this. So I think it's safe to say that nobody around me like knows or even watches my streams. It's clearly Pennsylvania then. Exactly. You got me. NSYNC and Backstreet Boys are different genres though. Yeah. You think One Direction passed NSYNC and Backstreet Boys as far as American boy bands? I think it's hard to compare them because they existed in such different time periods. So like you would think it's One Direction because like statistic wise, like they like had more sales, they had like streams and like views and all this stuff, but all of those didn't exist in the same way as like when NSYNC and Backstreet Boys were popular. So like they really could have been, it's just that because they were in different eras, like it's like the way we measure is skewed, so it's hard to know. I think they'd be about the same though. Same Scent is number one. I think I said that I like Luna only because of choreography. I just found it so satisfying. I like Luna's choreography too, actually. Same Scent's number one. Period. Where did Laura go? I don't know. But I hope she's doing well. Scrolling is how I got here. Yeah, see? A lot of people like show up because I just show up. A lot of people are here because I showed up. Just out of nowhere. Laura don't, oh my god. Doom scrolling got me here. And now here we are. Are you? Me and Rachel both dreamt that One Direction and Hypen would be such a collaboration, but sadly one of them isn't a group anymore. I know. I almost became a One Direction fan. I remember I was trying to be. I like tried my best. I tried to listen to all their songs. I even picked a bias before I knew what having a bias was. I was just like, this is my favorite member. And it was Niall. This is my favorite guy. Before I was even into K-pop, I think I was like 13. I was trying to stand One Us. Oh my god. One Us lives in my head for free. Matter of fact, they like are in like every thought that I have. What was I trying to say? One Direction, and I said One Us. Oh my god. I have a huge problem. I think I have a huge problem. Then I looked at all this. Next time I do a live stream, all of this is going to be gone off the wall, I promise. This is just ridiculous. I first started watching because you said you mentioned your native and you shouted out Alaska. Oh yeah. Yes, our indigenous relatives to the north. Indigenous friends. I don't know if I would say cousin. I feel like we're a little too far apart, but indigenous friends to the north. We have the same bias. Period. Period. One of us. Rent free, they don't even pay, you pay them. Bro! Isn't that embarrassing? Not only do they consume almost every thought that I have, but I also give them my money. I also pay them for things. Like, I pay their rent. I pay their rent. And they're still living in my head for free. This is crazy. Where have you been? I'm saying. But see, I tried to be a One Direction fan and then I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it. I actually became like a Demi Lovato fan instead. Instead of being a boy band fan, I was a Demi Lovato fan. And then I got into K-pop. I almost became a Taylor Swift fan. But then right around that same time I got into K-pop. So there we are. There we have it. That's so I don't like putting that into perspective that I genuinely pay One Us's bills. I pay their phone bill. They use my money to pay their phone bills. It's just ridiculous. Wow. Goals have Barbie's obsessed with me and pay my rent, bro. I just be an idol, I guess. Just be an idol. I'm so glad you didn't become a Swiftie. I would have scrolled so fast. I don't know. I think it's just like she never interested me that much. I liked some of her songs, like the popular ones, of course, and then maybe a couple of B-sides. But I think one thing, like, yeah, she just wasn't that interesting. I also didn't like that, like, I know songwriting is a way to express yourself, your feelings, and your emotions. But I guess I just didn't like that she also, like, dated people and then wrote songs about them when they would break up. Like, every single ex of hers has a song about them. But they're also so specific that you know what song is about what ex. I'm like, can't we make it a little vague? I do appreciate a good breakup song or two. Okay, I love feeling the emotions from them, but I think I also like that it's just it feels a little better when you can kind of relate to the song rather than like if you're just listening to someone's story through the song, you know? Um so that's also another thing that kind of irked me about her. I've been listening to Baby Monster and hype groups mostly these days. Oh wow. T Swift is mid. I just like to hate. A born hater, and that's okay. I was a Swiftie and I liked her old songs better than when Look What You Made Me Do came out. I was like again with the exes. I know, I do think her older songs were just a little better. Um like again, I've never been like a fan of hers like at all. But I remember one year for Christmas, so I think I was like in high school. Um I don't really know why this happened. It's like funny now looking back on it. I my family gave me like for like as a gift, they gifted me Taylor Swift's Fearless album, like the CD. And I remember like I opened it and I was like, "Oh, like cuz I didn't listen to Taylor Swift like that." Um and I also never asked for her album. So I was just surprised, but I like appreciated it cuz I liked music. And so I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, I'll listen to it for sure. So I actually know almost every song on that album. Um, the Fearless album. But even then, listening to that, I was like, I don't really like vibe with like a majority of these. There's like three or four that I'm like a big fan of. Um, but that's like it. I don't know. The other ones, I think the albums after that. Oh, I actually really liked 1989. I like that album, but that was like the last album that I've been a fan of. And then Fate of Ophelia came out, and now I'm back to her music. I like the song. I like the song. Fate of Ophelia, but or is it just Ophelia? I thought it was Fate of Ophelia. I guess I don't know. I like that one though. The albums I had from her were Red, Speak Now, and Fearless. Oh, yeah, those ones are kind of good. I like the song Fearless. I actually, I like singing that song sometimes. How does it go? I'm trying to start it like halfway through the song. Driving down the road, wondering if you know. I know the song when it's playing, and now I can't think about it. Oh, something about the way the street looks when it's just rain. The glow off the pavement. Walk me to the car. Na, 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 na. Ask me to dance right there in the middle of the parking lot. Yeah. I only know the lyrics when the song is playing. Hello, hi. Love Story is probably the only Swift song I've purposefully listened to. Yeah, that one I felt like you could feel the yearn in that song, and I loved it. My first pop lover growing up for me was Justin Bieber, back when he was young and sang Baby. See, I hate to say I was a Justin Bieber anti fan back in the day. I was a little bit of a hater because when he released his first song, it was One More Time. I guess it was my first time hearing like someone so young, like a boy so young that his voice hasn't even like developed yet, singing a song that was on the radio. Because like that never really happened back then. Um, and so it could have been like because that was like the first time I've heard that. I was a bit of a hater. I did hear One More Time for the first time, and I thought it was a girl singing the song. And when I found out it was Justin Bieber, I was like, what the heck? And then finds out he's like 13 years old. I'm like, okay, no wonder. But I think because of that, I didn't really like a lot of the songs. I don't know. Like, they were good songs. I just didn't like the way he sounded. Because he was just so young. Like, why? Why? Um, and so I was a bit of a Justin Bieber hater for a while there. Like, for a long while. Up until, what's the album with Beauty and a Beat? I forget what that album's called. But up until like the songs from there started coming out, then I was like, oh, he has bangers. But that's because then he sounded like more mature. but, at the time, there was this girl that I wanted to be friends with. Like I wanted to be friends with her so bad because I thought she was cool. Like we did like the same thing, but she was better than me at the time, but like I never took that personally. I just wanted to be like as good as her. But I also thought she was really cool. I wanted to be friends with her. And so we went to the same summer program where we like stayed in like a dorm style. And it was the first time we were going. Like it was our first year there and I was like, she's going. I was like, oh my god, this is my chance to be her friend. And I remember this is so it's so funny to look back on. I remember um we were like 13 or 14 in this summer camp. And somebody came to my room. This is like the first week we had all arrived. We don't really know anyone else other than like our roommates. Someone came to my room and was like, you guys have to come see this. Some girl has Justin Bieber all over her walls. And we were like, what do you mean she has Justin Bieber all over her walls? Because we're in like a dormitory that we're only going to be in for 6 weeks. Like we can't really move into the space. And she's like, yeah, she put posters up on the walls. And we're like, why? Like we were only going to be there for 6 weeks. Why are you putting posters up on the walls? And so we followed her. We followed her to this girl's room. And to my horror and surprise, when I peek in the room, I see the posters first, like all the Justin Bieber photos. She has all Justin Bieber photos on this wall. She has a Justin Bieber like comforter, Justin Bieber pillowcase. Everything on her desk was purple or Justin Bieber themed. Like she was just so decked out in Justin Bieber stuff. And I seen all of this and I was like, who the heck is like this is a little like psycho. And then I peek in a little more and I see this girl that I'm desperate to be friends with. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh my god, oh no. Anyway, I wanted to be friends with her more than I cared about the fact that she was such a like a huge Justin Bieber fan. So I was like, it's okay. I think I can like get past this and just ignore this. Um, but because I wanted to be friends with her, I had to like get over the fact that she was a huge Justin Bieber fan. Like mega Justin Bieber fan. It was insane. So I think that also, if I hadn't become friends with her, I maybe would have been a Justin Bieber hater for probably the rest of my life. I had 2 posters, many albums, a Barbie doll, toothbrush, a shirt, and a watch, all Justin Bieber. I mean, everything was so Justin Bieber themed back then. So like I guess I get it. Because mine, I was like that with like Hannah Montana when I was like in 4th grade. Like everything I had was Hannah Montana themed. Because I was a big Hannah Montana fan. Okay. So like I get it. I've always been too old to listen to Justin Bieber. What? Like how he sounded in Sorry, that's the Justin I listened to mostly. Yeah, see, songs like that, I think he sounds fine. It was just his earlier songs that I like could not vibe with him. Even though I was young too, I just still couldn't vibe with them. And just the way he sounded. The songs are good. Just the way he sounded was crazy. I know I used to watch Justin Bieber walking into fans' houses from Ellen's interviews, and they're stacked with merch. And some of them have cardboard cutouts, and in my head, I'm like, I'm glad I stopped being a fan. This could have been me. Oh my god. Okay. No, I can tell you a little bit more about this girl. Because surprisingly enough, this is also the same girl that, like, we were friends for, like, 10 years, and then she got, like, insanely jealous of me and decided to make it my problem and then, like, ruined our whole friendship because of it. So, like, I don't really like her. I haven't liked her for the last, like, 2-3 years. I think it's 3 years this year. I don't like her, and I don't think I ever will. But this is that same girl. This is the one I wanted to be friends with so bad back in the day, in high school. And so, like, after seeing her at this summer camp, right? And, like, she's so Justin Bieber obsessed. It took us a couple more years to actually be, like, close enough for me to, like, actually go to, like, her house. And so a couple years later, I go to her house. I know she's a big Justin Bieber fan, but I still, I guess, don't know the extent of, like, how much of a Justin Bieber fan she was. And so I go to her house for the first time, and I go to her room, and when I tell you, I get into her room, and every single part of the walls, every single part of the ceiling, like every like open space on the wall is filled with a Justin Bieber poster. And my first thought was, how do you have so many posters of Justin Bieber? Like, they made this many posters of this guy that you have enough to put it all on the walls like it's wallpaper and put it all on the ceiling like it's wallpaper. And so, like, there's like Justin Bieber wallpaper everywhere. Everything in her room is purple. It's some form of purple. Her whole bed is purple. The whole bed frame, it's white but with purple accents in it. The dresser matches. Almost everything she owns is purple. Like, I was like, I understand being a huge fan of somebody, but I also think it like sometimes it becomes a little much. Okay, and I was really trying to respect her. I'm like, you know what, respect. You just really like this artist and this guy. But she also kind of like talked about him in a little bit of a weird way. I think that's what made it like the worst. Like she's notoriously delusional. Like she was convinced that she could somehow have Justin Bieber know who she is have him fall in love with her, and then they like get married and ride off into the sunset. And as much as she said it as like she tried to say it as like a joke, but it's like you could tell she wasn't joking. And I'm like, not one, you live in the middle of nowhere. Two, you're like 5 years younger than him. And three, you've never seen him in real life ever. Like, how is this supposed to be like, how are you supposed to get anywhere with that plan if like none of this is, I don't know. I, I also feel like sometimes I could be a little bit of a hypocrite because like look at me. I got one us on my walls. But like I tried to be more of a hater. I got one us over here too. But it's not like insane, I feel. I might make everything about one us, but like I feel like I don't do it in everyone's face. Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm a hypocrite. I could be a hypocrite because maybe I'm doing the same thing with one us. I don't know. Miranda has cardboard cutouts of Soho. No. No. I'm always afraid my mom will give me a cardboard cutout of a K-pop idol. I would be scared if I randomly saw Jungkook or Wooyoung underneath my Christmas tree. You know what? I think if I ever feel like I need to have a cardboard cutout of like an artist or an idol or anything, I think I would know that it's going too far and I need to cut back on my I need to take a step back from my fandom life because I think a cardboard cutout is just a little too far. That's a little far. I will say, I thought this slogan right here, I had it in a different wall when I had my room rearranged differently. And in the position that I had it, I was like, this is starting to feel a little goofy. So this is also why I put it way up here so that it feels more like a wall poster because it's like it's enlarged like pretty well that if you stand next to it it kind of could look life-sized. I'm like, okay. And in the position I didn't mean to put it there, but just like when I put it there and then I like stepped away and I'm like, oh. I'm like, you know what, this is a bit much. That's super creepy, honestly. Yeah, she like I said, she's notoriously delusional though. And I say it in the present tense because when in the last few years of our friendship, she became like a really well, no, it was like halfway through our friendship, she became a really big fan of ATs. And she became her bias was Hongjoong, and she kind of acted the same way that she did like with Justin Bieber, but with Hongjoong. But it became weirder because when she was a fan of Justin Bieber, she was young. So that made sense. It's like you're in like the fan demographic. Like you're in like the right age to like be acting like that, I think. So I think that's also why I didn't hold it against her that much. Cuz I'm like we're young, we can be fans how we want. But then she became a fan of um Hongjoong, and she was acting that same way with Hongjoong, but like now she's older. She's like in her early 20s, mid 20s. Right now she's in her late 20s and she's still a fan of Hongjoong, and I'm pretty sure she acts probably the same way. She's probably still delusional. Um, you know, thinks that like he'll see her somewhere in the crowd and fall in love with her and they'll just ride off into the sunset, which is crazy to me. But sorry to say, Justin is taken and married and has a son now. I know. Sometimes I want to know what went through her head, especially when he started dating like Selena Gomez. I do know she didn't like Selena Gomez. Um, like even when they were dating, she thought that Selena, which is crazy too. She thought that Selena Gomez was like manipulating Justin Bieber. I'm like, you don't even know them like that. Like, what? How do you have any kind of opinion on the relationship or any of them? You know, like that's like not your business. That's not anyone's business. And you say you don't like Selena Gomez because you think she's mean to him. Like, oh my god. Named Jack. I can't believe he named his son Jack. Some K-pop fans have a body pillow of their biases, and I'm like, holy cow, she's far gone. Body pillows of someone's face on is as red as lights. Oh my god, I know. Okay, hear me out because this is what I thought. I I don't know who decided this was a good idea. I thought it was the weirdest thing ever. Um, so when one of us went on their La Dolce Vita tour in 2024, they had merch, and one of their merch pieces was a pillowcase with they had each member on them. So like you could get one of the members, so there's 5 pillowcases. But it was like so enlarged where you put it on like a square pillow and like the face is supposed to be like a life-sized face. I was like, what? And I immediately, as soon as I seen that, they're like, these are pillowcases. I'm like, that's creepy. That's creepy. I don't want, not only do I not want a pillowcase of my like favorite idol on it, but like I also as a person don't know if I would want a pillowcase with my face on it and selling it to fans. Now, I think it would have been different if it was like a group photo on the photo case or on the pillowcase, and it was like maybe them zoomed out, like it's a concept photo or something, and it's just a pillowcase and that's it. But this one was like each individual member and their face is just blown up to be the whole square of the pillowcase, and I'm like, that's so crazy. And so I immediately was like, I'm not buying that. I'm not getting that. Matter of fact, that weirds me out. And it was just so funny to see when like on the tour when people would go and buy the pillowcases as the merch. I'm like, what are you that's a little weird. I don't know. I'm also just a big hater. I'm a huge hater. And so I'm just like I see those fans buying those and I'm like, that's a little strange, but nothing you can do other than hate from behind. So I did. I remember there was a fan live on TikTok and Jungkook was laying on her bed, and I was like, "Oh, and they have body pillows. I would never have that in a million years." Yeah, body pillows are crazy. The square pillows are already kind of insane, but a body pillow, I that's just a little. That's a lot of crazy. I would be so uncomfortable as a person who has their face on there. That's what I'm saying. I think even me, like having my whole face on a pillowcase like just kind of seems like strange. Like I don't think I would want that. Or even if they had like a member on a pillowcase, if it just wasn't like just their face, if it was like a whole like shot. Wait, let me try to like give you an example because I have something here. I think I could. No, it's gonna fall. Ah! If it breaks, I'm gonna cry. All right, let me try to give you a personal example. Okay, this is my calendar of one of us. It's like sitting there. Okay, see something like this, right? If it's like this whole photo and it's a pillowcase, I think then it would be like, okay, I think that's a little better, because it's further away, or like something like, oh, that's cute. Okay, not like that though, but like this, just so it's not just the square of their face, then it would be fine. But having just their face it feels like it's trying to promote something different, and that's just strange. I remember something I saw at the TXT concert back in 2024. Disliking something doesn't make a person a hater, especially something that crosses rational behavior boundaries. That's what I'm saying. Some things like feel like they're common sense to me, and maybe they're not. Maybe it's not, and it just feels like it's common sense because it's me. I'm like, that's common sense to me. Danielle has left to China. Oh. Should I stop selling Miranda pillowcases? As long as it's not my entire face, that's fine. I saw someone with a shirt that said, I love my boyfriend, and it had a picture of Bumcue, and I was like, my mom would kill me if I wore that shirt. Okay, yeah, see, I think, no, sometimes I do feel like a hater because we really should just let people be doing things that they want to do as long as they're not hurting anyone. Like if they want to wear a shirt like that to like a group's concert, whatever, fine. Is it weird? A little bit. Is it strange? Kinda. It's a little cringe, I'll tell you that. But at the same time, it's like not, that's really all it is. It's just cringe. And so I feel like it's not valid for me to be a hater, but I would be on the inside. I would be a bit of a hater. Like this one time, it was the Reach for Us tour for One Us 3 years ago. It happened 3 years ago. Anyway, it was a concert on my birthday, and it was the first one I was going to out of 4 stops. Um, and I was in the fourth row, like from the stage. Fourth, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the fourth row. But like on like kind of the end section. But I wasn't that like far from. I still had a really good view of the stage. But I was in the fourth row, and I was in like the third seat from the aisle. So there was a girl next to me on my right, and then there was a girl next to her on the right, and then the aisle. Um, and the girl sitting next to me, later on, I learned that the girl sitting next to me, a lot of people don't like her because she's a little. How do I say this? I think she's nice, but she is a little strange in the way that she like she thrives off of the interactions she gets from K-pop idols. But she also does kind of like crazy, not crazy things, but just like weird things to get these interactions from these idols. So, for example, at One Us, all right, because One Us, it's another K-pop group to her, she's like gonna try to get these interactions. Because she spent the whole like hour before the concert while we were sitting there telling me about, because I'm just trying to make conversation, okay? So she's like telling me about all of the like concerts she's gone to, all of the interactions that she's had, and like all this stuff, and like just crazy things. And I'm thinking here, like, oh my God, she's such a lucky girl. But then later on, I learned that she does things for these interactions. So maybe not. But she, she was like dressed up like in a certain way, like almost like a costume kind of. And it was my birthday. I'm not dressing up in no kind of costume, okay? I'm trying to look cute. I'm trying to look adorable, and I'm trying to look fine because it's my birthday. And I'm seeing One Us, okay? I need Soho to fall in love with me. No, I'm just kidding. But I just wanted to feel cute because it was my birthday. She's wearing like a costume. I'm like, okay. I didn't think much of it. I was just like, some people do that to concerts, I guess. So like we're enjoying the concert. She like seems to like know the songs well enough. I'm like, okay, so she's not a fake. Like she's not just here for interactions. But then we get to like one of the ments towards the end. It was actually almost the same ment that I got an interaction, but like all I wasn't doing much. Okay, I'm just sitting there. I'm admiring all of One Us. All right, my faves. And I remember I see Soho. He starts looking in the crowd, but towards like our section. And so I'm like, oh my God, he's looking. This is the perfect time. So I start waving. I start waving, and then I go like this, like with the heart, but I'm like waving the heart. I don't know. I was like combining them together. I start like going like this, and he like looks and he sees me, and then he like does it back. And I was like, oh my God. Anyway, it was so cool. It was so fun. But like 2, 3 minutes later, um, like I'm still recording. I like record almost the whole concert, okay? The girl next to me, I didn't know until she pulled it out. She had a cheese hat. And it made sense at the time because we were in Wisconsin. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they're known for cheese. And she has a cheese hat, and maybe she's from here. So maybe this is why she has a cheese hat. But I did think it was a little strange that she put on the cheese hat just so that they would like acknowledge her. Now, Soho was the only one who acknowledged her because he like looks around the crowd a lot. And so he's like looking out again, and he sees her wearing his cheese hat, or wearing her cheese hat. And he like makes like he like does something to like acknowledge that he sees her wearing the cheese hat. And she like, it was crazy because she didn't even get excited or anything. I just remember I was recording and I laughed, and she immediately turned to me and she was like, "Did you get that?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, "I did." But like, she wasn't like, because I got all giddy when Soho waved back at me. I was like, "Oh my God." Like, I like started like, I was so excited, so happy. But she immediately was just like, "Did you record that?" I was like, Yeah. I was like, well, why aren't you excited that he saw your cheese hat? Like, what the heck? And then I learned later on that she does that. She takes that cheese hat everywhere. She makes all kinds of idols wear that hat. And then she's like, yeah, this idol wore my cheese hat. Like, she does that for interactions specifically. Um, and so I was like, okay. It's like, well, I guess you do whatever you gotta do, but it's strange. I remember I found a shirt, that shirt on Amazon. I was like tempting, but no. I almost thought I should wear the shirt, but I put boundaries on myself. Period. Some people need some help remembering what reality and common sense is. That is true, though. That is really true. My conscience said that people would judge me hard. I do have a shirt that says I have a boyfriend who's from Korea as my bias and doesn't know I exist because my mom bought it for me as a kid. I mean, that might be true, but I do understand. I wouldn't wear that out either. Everyone knows K-pop stars love cheese. You should have brought one too. Okay, but also, I was on a road trip. So that was the year I saw One Us 4 times, and I saw them all back to back. So it was the first time, that was the first stop because it was on my birthday. I'm saying, I think in this life, I was born to be like a One Us fan. Because what do you mean they had a concert on my birthday? Isn't that crazy? I'm so baffled all the time. But I also considered it like my birthday trip, like my birthday gift by going to 4 stops. And I also didn't, I mean, like, we were driving to all of them, so I really could have packed anything that I wanted to, but I just didn't want to, like, you know. I also was like, I'm not from Wisconsin. It just would feel so wrong. I would feel like an imposter. I wear it out, but these days I use it as pajamas. Oh, yeah. I do that too sometimes with shirts that I don't want to wear in real life. What are the odds? Only 1 in 365. I know. Isn't that crazy? But also, they've had wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tours. 5 tours so far. And, like, I don't know. I guess 5 tours. I'm trying to think about the timing of all of them. It was such a crazy experience. Their first tour was in November. It was only like 2 weeks long. Their second tour was in February and March, like middle of February to middle of March. The third tour was like second week of January to the like second week of February. And then La Dolce Vita was like middle of March to beginning of April. I think that one was only like 3 weeks long. La Dolce Vita, or 3.5. Might have been 3.5. And then this recent one, Our Us, it was only 2 weeks long, but it was all in August. Oh, no, it was 3.5 weeks. It was like 3.5 weeks. I guess. But I just think I don't know. They've had 5 tours. I guess I just never thought that they could ever have a tour on my birthday, like or a concert on my birthday. Like I just never thought that that would ever happen. Because that's just hard to like think that that would happen. Except it did. It did. I can't believe this. Ah! I can't believe this. Yeah, it was like one of my most favorite days in my entire life. I had such a fun time. Like nothing went wrong that day. I even when I went through like the high touch, I was wearing this like sash that said I think it said happy birthday. Is that happy birthday or like birthday girl or something? And I was wearing it and then I had a headband that said happy birthday. And I went through the high touch and I was just hoping that somebody would see him like see what I was wearing and be like, "Oh, it's your birthday. Like happy birthday." Except nobody did. Up until because it was an age order. They were all sending an age order. So I went through like Soho, I went to Lido, Konhi, and Hwanung, and none of them like said anything. And so I was like ready to walk off and be like not sad, but I was just like I wish they would have seen and I wish they would have said something. Um, but then I got to Shion. I got to Shion and he like I didn't see him look, but okay. It's so crazy. I'm like reliving all of these at the same time. I can't say that because I was the first one in line. This is what I mean. Me and the universe like has my back because wherever I was standing, like after the concert ended, they told us to kind of just linger around and wait till they lined people up to go through high touch. And I thought, because I went with my pal, and I thought we were standing in like a place where we would just not be like anywhere near the front of the line. I'm like, this seems kind of like it'd be the back of the line. It's like, and that's okay. And so when we were lingering, we are kind of lingering in this like random corner, except that's where they decided to start the line. And they were like, you guys come with me. And they were like, you guys are gonna be the front of the line. I was like, on my birthday. I was like, this is crazy. And so because I was the first one in the high touch line, when I went through, I remember they were like around a corner. And so I like turned the corner and I just like looked at all of them and they were all looking at me and I was like, oh my God. Like I want to run away right now. I want to turn around and go the other way. Like I don't want to do this right now. But that's kind of what I mean is like I maybe that's when he saw like Shion saw all my like what I was wearing because when I got to him he just looked like he looked me like straight in the eyes and he was like happy birthday and I was like oh my God thanks and then I left. It was so fun. It was so fun. I do wish that the other members maybe saw it and said something, but like it's okay. It's okay because by that point I already had the time of my life. I was like, you already gave me the best gift that I could have. Like this would have just been a nice bonus, but I definitely didn't need it. I remember seeing the news about One Us doing Reach For Us tour shortly after You Know Who left, and I was like, so they must be happy he left? Both news where it felt like back to back, me and Rachel were laughing. Well, okay, no, the thing was that they had already planned that tour. They, um, it's just so goofy. This is also why I think I have like slight beef with Raven too. Because I don't know why. I don't want to say I don't know why he left at this specific time, but I hate that he just wasn't more careful about his personal life, that it just kind of blew up into this whole thing. They'd already planned that whole tour because they did all the concept photos, they did all of like the VCRs, like they did everything for this tour, and like all of a sudden he just kind of left like right in the as soon as they were about to go. And that's kind of why like if anyone like went to the Reach For Us tour or saw clips of even like the VCRs and stuff, they cut him out. They like edited him out of a lot of it. There was no tour posters that year because I think they had a big group photo with the 6 of them, but they couldn't use it. And so like the tour poster for that tour looked really dingy. It looked super dingy. And I hate it. I actually really hate that it had to look like that because of that guy. The perfect birthday. I know. The universe doesn't even know we exist. We're just one grain of sand in the universe. You know what? I feel like I don't believe that. I don't really believe that. But also just because like culturally we also have the same belief that we're like connected to kind of like the bigger system. Like we have like a story, or I don't know if it's a story, but like a belief that like we came from like the stars. Like we come from something outside of Earth, and then it's like our spirits. Our spirits come from outside of like Earth, and then we're like born into like on Earth through like our bodies, and then when we die we like go back up to like the stars and stuff. We even have this like belief about the Milky Way, that the Milky Way is like a road, and that like when we pass on, that we're like our spirits like walk on the Milky Way to get to where we're going. So I feel like just culturally, like with that too, I think it's also why I believe so heavily in the universe. Small beef baby cow. Yeah, exactly. I'd like to go into a photo booth where you're acting out the picture with your bias on the screen. Okay, I tried that and it was like kind of dumb. They had they had that at the Our Us tour. They had the little like photoism booth with like you can pick whatever member and they had pre like loaded in poses with the member. But I think they didn't give you enough time to really like assess what the pose was and try to think of one yourself. So mine turned out really dumb. I saw that at KCON or whatever through YouTube, and I was like, I don't know why I want to do this, but I do. Yeah, you can just do that with AI now. Yeah, but we're not supposed to be using AI. Don't be using AI to generate any of your photos. Don't do that. I was looking through this list. I didn't even get through this list. Also, I did not mean to stream this long. I was going to watch my K-drama. And I mean, honestly, I still could because I'm still convinced that we're not going to work tomorrow. I'm convinced. Really? I do think those are the only K-dramas I've watched recently. I don't think I've watched anything else. I don't watch K-dramas as much as I used to. I like want to, but I know that they're a bit of like a commitment. Cause like I have to, like when I start one, it's like I have to watch it until I finish it. But sometimes I don't have that kind of time. You know? Def not going to work. Exactly. I could also call in if I wanted to. Because they did give me the option. They were like, if it's because I live the furthest away out of the people that are going to work tomorrow, I live the furthest away. And like, if the roads are icy, obviously it's like nobody wants me driving in. Even though, like, you know, even though I'm a trooper, I can do it if I want to. Um, they did say that tomorrow, if like the roads are bad, the weather's bad, that I could stay home and just do my work from home, which is what I mentioned earlier. But like, I don't know. I could do that if I wanted to, but should I? Should I? I could be convinced. I'm easily convinced. AI idols scare me now. I feel so bad that some of them are edited nude from AI like Stray Kids. I know. It's scary what you can do with AI, I think. People are messed up. One of my students told me about a couple K-dramas they said I have to try. Which ones? And the AI where they make it look like they're kissing you. I know, it's just weird. It's like crossing like a parasocial line and it's strange. Like why? Not sure I actually want to try them though. It depends on which ones they are. You got a little car or a 4x4? I have a little tiny car. I got the smallest car. It's not it's a cute little car is all I can say. It's actually a Chevy Cobalt. But an old one. It's a 2009 Chevy Cobalt. So it's a cute little car. I mean, the tires are pretty good. I don't remember the last time we got new tires on it. It had to have been a year ago. I don't think we got new ones for this season. But like we've had such a warm winter. I haven't had to like have new tires anyways. I googled one. I'm gonna check what it was. I like Cobalts. They're cute. I don't know what the new ones look like. I don't know. I'm like scared they're gonna look entirely different. Because my dad, he got a new car a couple months ago. And he got a GMC Terrain, but it's a 2024 GMC Terrain. But we have like a 2013 GMC Terrain, and they look like so different from each other, even though they're the same car. Like they don't even look the same on the outside. They have like kind of the same shape, but like even then they're so different. And I'm like, what? They're still called GMC Terrains. They're like 10 years apart, but they look so different. So I'm scared to see what a Cobalt looks like in the big year of 2026. My car is closer to being 20 years old. Oh my god, oh my god, I didn't even think of that. When I got the car, it was only 9 years old. And this year it's gonna be, how old is it gonna be? Is it gonna be 17 this year? Bro, I didn't know I had the car that long. It feels like I got it like a couple years ago. Definitely decent tires for snow. That is so true. And it's only front wheel. It's only front wheel drive. So I was watching I was watching you while eating a carton of strawberries. I think I need to stop. Oh, bro was going to town on some strawberries. Crash landing on you and Crash landing on you is so good. It is so, I do think there's like, it has enough romance in it to be cute, but it also has enough of like a storyline to feel like it's interesting. So I think that's a good one. That would be a good one. I didn't think they make cobalts anymore. Is that gonna be sad if I find out they don't make cobalts anymore? My little car! Oh my god. I like K dramas, but I don't like soap opera dramas. They're too dramatic. Same. Same. I cannot watch soap operas. Should I try it? I think you should try Crash Landing on You. I think you might like the storyline a little bit. Now, I will say, I think some of the romance might feel a little cheesy at times, but I do think it does a good job of balancing it so that it's not so crazy and insane and in your face. Crash Landing on You is my watch list. Oh my god, you guys both have to watch it. You guys both watch it. But at the same time, let me use this time to recommend Alchemy of Souls. Because I think Alchemy of Souls is like the same as Crash Landing on You. It's just, it's more of a historical drama. So it's set like way back in the day. But it's also like kind of a fantasy. Um, it's like they're kind of, I don't want to say wizards, they call them mages in the drama, but it's like they have like, magical powers, but it doesn't feel cheesy, I swear. It doesn't really feel cheesy. It reminds me almost of like Harry Potter, but instead of being like futuristic or anything, it's like set back in the day. What's that about? um let me try to give it like a synopsis of this. Oh, I can try to give one that's like interesting. So basically, there's guys in the village that are born with these like special, like, I don't want to call them special powers, but basically these powers. um Harry Potter's in my thing. Oh my god, hold on. Okay, I mostly watch reincarnation K-drama or historic. Oh my god, you're gonna love Alchemy of Souls. Alchemy of Souls is like kind of reincarnation, sort of. So they have these like, it's only certain people though, like they're guys. No, some girls are born with it. Anyway, some people are born with like these magical powers, and they use them to fight off people that uh I feel like I have to rewatch this. It was so good when I watched it. Um they're kind of like soul eaters. They go around and they just suck the life out of people, like their souls, and they kill them. The whole point is that you have to kill them, like, and you um like after you take their souls. But there's this thing that some people do. It's like the lowest form of evil that you can do. And it's these people that like still like, they're like soul eaters almost. Is I think it's like every time that they like take a soul of someone else, it makes them like immortal almost, or it makes them live just longer. Um, but some people like use it to like their absolute like a, they use it for even more evil, and they start like switching their souls into different bodies. Maybe it's not that they become immortal. I don't know. I think anyway, some people switch their souls into a different body so that they're always young and youthful. But that's like banned in this village because like that's like a form of immortality, and like that like the one thing that they don't believe in this village is immortality. They think everyone needs to die when they should die. So it's like when you if you grow old and gray, then you just need to die. But like some people like they don't want to die. They just want to keep like living and being in new bodies. So they switch their souls to a new person's body, and then the person the person that they switch with, when their soul goes into that other person, like their old body, they just die. Cuz like it's the soul switching. Like only one person can survive it, and it's always the one that's like switching the souls. Um And so there's this girl, it's the main character. There's this girl who she's like one of those people. She like constantly, well, no, I think she was just a really good fighter, but she was about to die because somebody like wounded her. Somebody wounded her. She was going to die, and she knew that in her current body, she was going to die. And so she did, it's called the alchemy of souls. She switched her soul with another girl's and um, went into her body. And so then the girl, the one that she switched with, like went into her old body and died because that body was dying. Except people like it's the guys with all the powers, they have this thing where they can tell when somebody does that. And because like there's always this like little like something that they have on them. Something about them turns blue. About the person that switched souls. They always have this mark on their body, and like only those people with the powers can see them, and they have to like kill them. Their whole point is they're gonna kill these people that do that. Except this girl that switches into this body, she gets the mark, but in her eyes, and so it kind of turns into like a little bit of a love story because the guy that I don't want to spoil the whole thing. I feel like I could talk about this whole drama because it's so good to me, but that's pretty much what it is. It's like they're finding people who are soul eaters and soul switchers, like, and you know you're not supposed to do that, and they go around and they hunt them down. But he falls in love with the girl who like switched her soul, which is the same girl that they were hunting down. They were actually all actively hunting him down, that girl specifically, and they didn't know that she switched her souls with this body, and so they don't know that she's just like right in front of them this whole time. You realize superpowers are just in fiction? I didn't say they were real. Harry Potter hater. I love those movies. They're my childhood. I hate how they're going to make a reboot of the movies. And it'll show now, not a movie. Oh, it'll be a show. I know. I like the Harry Potter movies. I think they're fun. This is a great review. I'm sorry. Why would we cheer for her? She stole the other girl's body. It has to do, like, it gets all explained in, like, the plot. Um, I think what it is, because it has 2 seasons. Alchemy of Souls has 2 seasons. But the second season, it's so strange, but it's so cute. It's so cute and it's so adorable. But it's fun. I like how you're remembering more about what happens in a drama, unlike me, and I can't even remember after every new episode I need to watch. No, spoil it, I'm never gonna watch. Okay, but some people might, so I don't want to. Um, it's just I feel like I remember the main points, but then as soon as I start thinking like actually about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this happened and this happened. But I think I need to watch it again because it was so good. It's so good. No, it's so good. I remember Rachel watched that drama and she said it was good. Yeah, it is. It really is. I think I like the romance plot probably the most, just because of the way that it like started and then how it kind of like where it went at the end. It just I don't know. I think that part was probably my favorite. I'll look it up, no promises though. I'd watch it either way. I don't care if it gets spoiled. Yeah, I feel like maybe I don't know. I think if you watch like no, I don't know. I can't. It's just one of those ones like you have to watch it to like know if it's good. Don't you get tired? Um, I do. I do. That's actually a great time for me to say that I'm going to be live for 5 more minutes. I'll do 5 more minutes of stream and then I'll end. I didn't think I was gonna be live this long. I thought I was gonna do an hour, but then I got busy yapping, so now we're at 2 hours. It's almost 2 a.m. Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's 11:30 here. I'm so sorry. People texting at 12:30. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Wait, that's so funny. I actually can tell you exactly what it is. It was it was one us posting on B stage. My phone is so dry. The only notifications I get are from one us. Can you imagine? And it's like one us posting about things that I can't even participate in. It's 23:30. It is. I can tell you really like the show because you're really excited talking about it. Explain the concept of the show. I love Alchemy of Souls. He also it's also one of my favorite actors. Because I watched him in another drama. I think it's called Dol Dol La La Soul Soul. Kind of a long name, but I thought that one was cute. It was a cute drama, but I realized that I really liked him as an actor. And then I went and looked up what other things he was in. I was like, he's in Alchemy of Souls. I was like, oh, what is that? I want to watch. And then he was like amazing in Alchemy of Souls. I'm like, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan, but I also really loved the plot. It was so good. That's great. My only notifications are my family group chat. You know what? Sometimes same. I mean, sometimes I get like good notifications here and there. Like sometimes people send me things on like TikTok and Instagram. Sometimes my friends message me, um, or sometimes it is the family group chat. But I will say, I think a lot of the times it is just one us. It's one us posting. One us. Except I'm never awake. Like Soho posts on B stage sometimes, and I'm never awake for it because I think he gets a certain time period where he can like be on his phone or even just be online in the daytime, but it's always the evening time in Korea. But the evening time in Korea is like the middle of the night here. I'm in like stage 3 of REM sleep. So I never am online when he's online. So I read them in the morning like it's a newspaper. I'm like, time for my daily news. It's like one or so updates from 3 in the morning asking you to buy their pillowcases. Bro, I'm not buying one of his pillowcases. Throw those away. Put those in the trash. Total Lola Soso. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got the title. Yeah. Whatever it's called. Whatever it is. It has 2 seasons, so I'm assuming he ends up with the girl he's supposed to kill. Yes, kind of. That's the thing. Is like he does eventually, but it like becomes there's like a certain like plot. There's a certain like event that happens before all of that that makes it a little like I don't want to say crazy, but it just makes it different. Like you don't really expect that to happen. But in the end they do. They combine souls and just share one. But oh yeah. Yeah? Kind of, but the one that was like no, yeah, no, you're right, because I think she lives at the end. Does she? I don't remember. I have to go back and watch this. I have to go back and I have to watch this because it's just good. Give me your skincare routine. I just wash my face, low key. I don't really watch romance, so I probably would not give it a watch. I mean, it's not entirely romance. It has a good, like, action plot. You're so beautiful. Thanks. I was kidding. I have no idea. No, I'm like, you might be right. You might kind of be right because there is a point in the drama where I don't remember how it happened. Basically, the girl's body that she switches into, uh, this girl was like from like a noble family that was also like they're descended from like, I don't want to say descended, but they have those like powers within their family. So I think this girl had those powers too, but because that girl who also had powers switched into her body, I don't know. It's something like that. That would suck. I wouldn't want to share a body with my love interest. Oh, no, it wasn't the love interest. It was the girl's body, the one that she did the soul switching with. That might be when they did that. All right, guys, I need to stop yapping, okay? Because I keep yapping and I'm going to keep yapping if I don't stop. So, I am going to end the stream here for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for letting me talk for 2 hours. That's insane. I don't think I'm going to be live tomorrow. I feel like I have plans tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll be solidified tomorrow, but from what I know, I have plans tomorrow. And I have plans on Saturday. So I will not be live this weekend. Sunday maybe, but we will see. I want to watch a drama called Descendants of the Sun. Descendants of the Sun is good. It's just old now at this point. I think it's almost 10 years old. Drive safe tomorrow if you go to work, but also don't go to work. I know, I might be against going to work. Low key. But we will see. We shall see. Text us when you get there. Yeah. I'll put it on the community post. Guys, I made it. Anyway, so no stream for this weekend, so I most likely will see you next week sometime. So in the meantime, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope you have a fun, safe, and warm weekend. Okay, get lots of rest if you need to, or get lots of socializing if you need to. I don't know. Whatever you do on the weekends. I hope you do a lot of that. And I forgot how to end my streams. I've been yapping for so long. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I hope you have good sleeps. I hope you have good dreams. And I hope you guys have a good day tomorrow. You're having a good day right now, or you had a good day today. And I will see you all next week in the next stream. Bye, everyone. Have a good night. See you next time. Bye.